finally got space down the side of the car as I put the bonnet on. What a horrible colour that is. I realise it's probably a high build primer, but fuck me, it's horrible. Needs a little bit of adjustment, I reckon. That's the yeah, it's fine. It's actually not even there. That's right. It's not even bolted down at the moment. Or very lightly. But typical Mercedes. They don't want to just give you the bonnet. Oh no, they also don't want to give you the hooks and the little rubbery bump stop thingies. Tight fuckers. Oh yeah, because I've got them on this one. And literally all they do is you pull it out and then you unscrew it. If you screw it in or unscrew it, then you get a bit more of adjustment, you know, up and down. And then once you've done that, you lock it in position. The bump stops unscrew. Also, don't they put in there? There more bump stops down the side there. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Screwed in. You can tell me, is that screwed in? Yeah, it's got a screw in it. Now these, I'm tempted to set them at the same height. Although that's got, set on the third thread, and that's on the second thread, so obviously even smart don't really care. You keep an eye on there. Let's come through. That's good enough. I'll repeat on the other side. Okay, I've removed the bump stops. Screwed them in there. I think they were, it was only a Torx 25. Nice and simple. And I found these little grumpy things. And they seem to go in the back there. Right, they're a bit of a pain to put on, but there you go. They are now on. I mean, how tight do you have to be that they don't even put little stickers on the holes? Well, I had a great idea. I was going to measure that 20mm. I thought I'll get a rubber grommet to put in there. Got my rubber grommets out. Guess which one was the closest. Right, lucky enough they were sticky enough. Actually quite hard to get off. I had to stick the bit of razor blade between them, peel them off. Right, the only thing left over is, obviously that looks horrendous. We've got a nice little cover. I'm guessing they're going to be pushing pine cone type ones. So we need the tool. You don't have to do the noise. Yeah, there you go, just standard. Well, they call them pine cones, but they're like little push fit thing is. Right, so that many, and then this thing will be off. There's the padded plush thing off. This many clips. Now when you replace it, you've got little tabs that go down the back of that, just hold it in place. Again, that many. There you go. Just slide them back there. And just line up a few of these. This is so easy to do one-handed. One's enough to keep it in position anyway, before we do the rest of them. There you go, ta-da! I didn't drop any of these clips down there and then have to fish around underneath to classify them. Not a single one. So now that bonnet has got nothing left on it, except for the sticker. Do I bother? It's also got, I won't show you all that. It's got the VIN code on it as well. Might try and rescue those anyway. Apart from that, this is being left out for the scrap man, I think. Okay, that one does come off. You have to be really careful though. Literally, as soon as you pull it, it will snap. So you have to get a razor blade all the way underneath it before you lift it off, and it will stick straight on. The other one, however, that tells you about the AC gas, somehow not sticky at all. Not quite sure whether they've done that, but all the sticky stuff's still on there. A little bit of contact adhesive. That's stuck on nicely. I've got to move over to, this is the upper, upper front bumper. Something's poked through there, almost poked through there, and a very, very unusual, it's like a bolt, which is why I'm thinking it was a cyclist. So I bet if I measure, that's going to be the direct middle of a standard road bike. So what I think I'm going to do is try and heat these up. That one there, just try and push them back in a bit so they're not so proud. I can sand them down, do a bit of a plastic repair behind it. I'm not really worried about this. Yeah, it could be sanded back. There's a definite line there of some sort. Quite short. Yeah, with that I can just a bit of plastic repair. Okay, that one's a lot flatter than it was. That one's now flattened. I've indented that one very slightly and taken the loose bit of plastic, wherever that is, over there. Taking that out. Might just try and glue that back in actually. A bit of plastic repair around it. Right, as I was thinking about plastic fixing, I thought I'd double check this upper lip panel that goes between the light bar and the bonnet. Because when I got the car it wasn't really attached very well and everything was pushed back, and there's a good reason for that. Now that one's okay, that screws into the headlights, that's fine. That one is obviously smashed to bits. That's lost the centre of that. That's lost. Right, this is designed, that's not too bad, I can probably plastic fix that. Yeah, these are held on by very small bits of plastic come in, and there's a circle plastic. So they are designed to break, not ideal. So I've been going through all the bits of broken plastic. There's no point in trying to reuse what was actually in there. So I'm thinking what I'll probably do is, glue in something that's really got a hole in it, same plastic, it'll glue very easily. And get some of that and cut it out, glue it in there as like a washer, and this will keep things in place using the original plastics. Now that's only split there, so I might rip all that out and just restart. I might put a little hot staple in there. Have to see. Use the old Milwaukee Dremel copy. I've just taken the hole out very slightly larger. Get one of those. Glue it in position there. So. I'll use a little bit of impact adhesive. All you have to do is put it on both mating faces, leave it for half an hour, and then push it in place and just throw one of these little clamps in there, like that. And we'll hold it in place, let it dry for a while, and those two will be okay. Now I just have to look at fixing that one and rebuilding that one. Okay, that one's been hot stapled, both sides. That is gluing, that is gluing, that is gluing. Now there was a bracket that snapped off. There's also already glued. I've been using this stuff, monstrosity stuff. Comes in all your favourite languages, as long as it's German. And comes with like a 2-part dispenser gun. That's quite cool. The issue is that stuff goes off in about 90 seconds. So you've got to be quick. It does set quite hard, so it's not bad. And what I'll have to do after this, I have to introduce a little bit of heat around here because that's cracked and lifted. And then whenever I put it back in, it lifts out again. So yeah, a little bit of heat, just encourage it to go back in place. That one has cracked as well, but it hasn't lifted. So that's not too bad. Okay, they're all glued in. I've also used a bit of hot staples and stuff, and covered over with a bit of molten plastic. Just hold that all that in. I'm just going to trim this one back so it matches that side. These are all rock solid now. Alright, let's start rebuilding the front bumper. This is like the an under tray type thing. That's the lower part of the front bumper. It sits on those little pegs there. And there's a screw there. Screw there, screw there, screw there. One on that side and one in there. As far as I can tell, they are those ones. And these are Torx 25. So I'll put those in. There you go. Screw, 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 final screw. Now what's left is a lot of these where you've got a big hole and a small hole. Same here, big holes, and then underneath, small holes. Now, the only thing that really makes sense at the moment are these. So that goes in like that. That sort of makes sense. Clip. Lots more clips. That's made that a lot more rigid. Got these little green P clips there. That'll accept the screws. They're probably the ones at the bottom of here. Imagine that's probably another one of those clips, but once it's Okay, off. Once it's gone through there, imagine looking at these are probably for bolts. There's no other obvious fixing points. And when you do fit this loom, all these little clips, run along here. Now don't forget to plug in radar sensor and your front camera. Oh, and obviously the parking sensors. Right, we're just going to reunite the bottom and the top part. You see obviously this curve here matches that curve. So all these little clips we're going through here. They all seem okay, none of them are broken. There's no broken plastic. So hopefully they should just all clip in. Right, that is all the clips put in along there. I had one that was a bit of a pain around there. There you go, rebuilt. Just need to see if it fits the car now. Obviously there are mounting points. Not really sure about everything. So what you have to do is try it and find out. As I said before, you'll make sure that the wiring loom runs along the inside lip. Not forgetting, of course, to plug in all your shit. And the easiest way to do it, the problem is that if you connect all that up, there's just so little room. So you can disconnect the actually entire thing from the car. Little connector there, little connector up there. And then you can plug in, everything needs to be where it's supposed to be. And we know that one goes there. So as long as that one's over in that direction, the rest of it should make sense. Right, it's all falling into place. Got the ultrasonic sensors there. That's just the one that is in that thing there. These are all attached. It goes up to there. This one goes along to there. They go up there. Now there's these floaty ones in the middle here, and that is for the intakey things. They go in this direction. You've got to make sure that they look correct that side. And you're lined up there, under there, and on the side here. And you screw in. And then once you've screwed those in, you'll notice that that one lines up with that one, that one lines up with that one, that one lines up with that one. Repeat on the other side. Brake cooling ducts, in inverted commas, are in. There you go, all screwed in place, screwed. And the wiring loom is all connected. Same on that side. Now with these, the front sensors that are just there, don't forget to run the wires in the little clips, otherwise they might pop out. If they pop out, then you're probably going to see them through the grille. So now all we've got to do is offer the bumper up. Now this one has still got to go through there to plug into the central light. These plug into those. I've got those out the side, that's fine. This plugs in up there. So it's a bit of a juggling act getting it all fitting, but what could possibly, literally nothing could go wrong. Wow, what a lot of fucking around. You have to clip it on over the that little carrier on that side, clip it underneath the headlight, underneath the centre light, underneath this headlight, and then clip it on that side. And as soon as you start moving away from that end and get to this end, that end starts coming back out again. Now, the other issue is there's actually 2 bolts, one there and one there. So do yourself a favour, don't fit the central light until you fit the bumper. Otherwise you have to take it off again. Motherfucker. Dear Geely, fuck you. Fuck you very much. To fit the bumper, you need the headlight out, because there's a bolt underneath the headlight. There you go. Bolt hole underneath the headlight. But to get the headlight out, this is clipped into that. So you have to take that off to get the headlight out. So which order do you have to put it back in? Like, if you put the bumper back on and screw it down, you can't get the headlight back in. And also there's a headlight mount to the crash bar underneath there. So how the fuck are you supposed to get a bolt in there? You bunch of pricks. Well, just going to fit this. He's got lots of clips. They actually clip in all the way across. So you have to do is just make sure you're central. These ones will slide straight back. So once you're in the middle, you just need to start pushing down and in. And what you're trying to do is seat all the clips all along the front to the point where all of the bolt holes line up. And there's 6 along the top. Not something you can do with one hand though. Right, the upper lip spoiler thingy, cover piece, is now bolted in and clips back where it should be. Because when I got it, that was not there and that was not there. So everything sort of lines up fairly well. And obviously this light is still absolutely knackered. But don't forget to plug in the central light bar and that big connector that you disconnected down there. Now to go along with the rest of the annoying things that Smart do, that's the room you've got to deal with to try and get that thing plugged back in again. So that's fun. So you may have to start reaching up into the wheel arch, because both those need to be reconnected. Have you ever fancied yourself as a gynecologist? Well, good news, because you can just about reach up underneath between the wheel arch, and you can just about get that thing connected and the other connector over the top. Oh my God. Now hopefully, there goes the connector I need. I just need to reconnect that one. Now it's worth noting, when you do disconnect it, if you've got thin arms, you can actually get actually get to it from the back of the headlight. So let's get that reconnected. That's the that's the connector for the front camera. Right, so that is everything connected. I need to plug these side ones in. When you connect things up, remember, press the little red tab in. Put it on the other side, and then make sure the correct clips are in place. These just these clip in to these little T-slot things, and then smash it home. There you go, hammered home all the way along. All the clips are seated. The arch liner is on the inside, and then comes to the outside where the flap is. There'll be some sort of clip that goes in there. Obviously there was the, go and see previous video for whatever the hell goes in those. We're getting far too much done. And the other thing to point out is that make sure that that hole actually goes into the back of the vent. Now, I've still got a reconnected battery, and that will need some adjustment. Right, so yeah, apart from being a horrendous colour, the old hearing aid colour, that's looking a lot better than it was. So all we have to do next week is, I've got a guy coming in to help me fit the windscreen. So the problem is it's an expensive part, and it's a very long bonnet. Fitting it itself isn't really an option, so I figured I'd get a man round. You know, it's going to take half an hour to fit it. You know, it might cost me like 30 quid or something. You know, you can tidy up all of this old sealant, glue in the new one. Remember I said before that there was a dent here I would have to get sorted out. Well, I've sorted it out myself. I just got some pliers behind it and straightened it out. It's enough to fit the windscreen anyway. Yeah, obviously fit the scuttle panel. I'll probably do that after the windscreen's gone in. Otherwise it's going to make it a bit more of a pain to get the windscreen in. And then we have to reconnect all of these. Now, that's the front facing camera. That's for the something or other. That's for the something or other. I think that's for the aerial. I think the aerial's actually built into the windscreen. But when you fit one of these, it comes with, well, it's supposed to have a gel pad that sits between that and the windscreen. Otherwise, that sees a double reflection and it will never work. So I asked Smart, you know, I've got the windscreen, and it comes with, well, thankfully, it's got the parts that all of the bits in the windscreen attached to, except for a gel pad. And the gel pad just sits on that and it sticks in, clips in at the same time. And I said, yeah, I like the gel pad. Yeah, we don't sell those. Brilliant. So measured it across 31 centimetres. So I'm just going to bought a standard pad. So I ordered that. That's turning up yesterday. Thanks, Amazon. It didn't turn up. Yeah, once that's done, it's pretty much down to somebody else to sort all these. I still don't understand how half this worked. But yeah, hopefully I've done most of the bits I need to this weekend. Anyway, like, subscribe, share. This is no one else has rebuilt one of these yet, so share it amongst all the hashtag owners clubs, if there are any, of course. I'm on Patreon, links and that sort of shit in the description. So yeah, same again next week.